All right, so what's up? Just left the aid station. I'm on my third big loop. Like I said, we've got a 9-mile loop and a 4-mile loop. You know, obviously the total's 13 miles. I've got to do that 8 times, and then I'll have to do the 4-mile loop another 8 times. So at this point, I'm starting that big loop, the 9 and the 4 together. This is my third time on that. So just got a marathon in, and now we're hitting, you know, 26, 27 miles. It's a muddy mess. But it's pretty cool. So here's a little waterfall we get to cross. Make sure the camera's attached well. Super pretty though. Some of these sections are really, you know, good names that describe it well. Which one?
You're a lefty. Everyone else has been a righty.
Really? Yeah. This is the way I've gone so far, which is good or bad, right?
I figured everyone would have a preference.
What's that?
I figured everyone would have a preference by now.
Yeah, the first 2 laps are just figuring out where the best route is.
Right.
Thanks for being out here. So Julie and I came down yesterday afternoon at the pickup packet, and then camped last night. Set up our tent, like kind of where we're gonna have our aid station tent. It got super windy, blew over in the middle of the night. We slept good until about 2 a.m. And even though it was dark outside, I hear this gust of wind. I look to my left and I see this object like fly by the Suburban. It's like, hey Jules, there goes our tent. Because we were sleeping in the Suburban. So anyway, we had to get up about 2 a.m. Try to take care of that. We threw a cooler on it just so it won't blow anymore. Try to get a little more rest. So it's been super windy. Most people don't have a tent set up anymore just because it's just too windy. Let's calm it down a little bit. So Julie's been a really good help, because she's just not a good help. She's been awesome because she's been able to have everything just set up ready to go. Super helpful. But on that 4-mile loop, you're gonna get your feet wet, and so I've got 3 shoes and 3 pairs of socks. One is just an old pair, this pair, but I threw them in at the last minute just in case. And I'm glad I didn't, because the others haven't dried out yet. So Julie's gonna try to dry them out. So let's see. All right, this is kind of one of those runnable stretches, and I'm gonna try to put down some miles. The videos never do it justice, but that's okay, because, you know, I think when we record these runs, really you're just trying to capture a story. By the end of the day, that story is to inspire or hopefully encourage people to get out and experience it themselves, because, you know, until you experience it yourself, ultimately you'll never know what it's like to be out here in the mud and the rain and but also in the woods and in the beauty of creation, running lots of miles, hopefully. So it's okay that the video doesn't capture all the suffering, all the challenges, but hopefully it captures a little bit. Alright, this is power line climb. I feel like every race has a power line climb. Alright, that's power line climb. About over. Cool section where we actually get to go up this creek for a little ways. It's like a scene from Last of the Mohicans right here. Just left that aid station. Man, they had some hot food, some smoked ham. She made a little grilled cheese with pulled pork on it. That's delicious. As long as I can eat real food, that's what I like to eat. I've never been able to stomach gels. And disappointingly, bacon. Bacon is at all these runs, and every time I've tried it, it makes me feel sick. I think the grease is just sets my stomach off or something, so I've just started staying away from it. But this is good stuff. So that aid station, they nailed it. All right, here we go. So Anaconda is what everybody talks about, but this stretch here is also kind of gnarly. I mean, you can see a runner up there right now, currently a walker, but that's what I'm doing right now. This section here is kind of gnarly too, and there's another section I'll show you. It's down a long creek bed. It's probably my least favorite. It's the most pretty. That's my least favorite. That view. I'm not positive those are the Twin Mountains, but I don't think they're identical, but I mean, it's close. It's pretty country though, that's for sure. Alright, this is the creek section, which is pretty tough, but don't love it. But we'll do it. Alright, this is the creek area. It's just a tough area. Some places here you can go along the side, but a lot of it, here in a little bit, I gotta go down the middle. But it is beautiful. Like, yeah, you can't beat it. Mile 35. So like I said earlier, only 100 miles left, really less at this point. So it makes me feel good ticking the miles off. Only got a little bit of battery left, so we'll have to see how much more I can record. I might not be able to take this on the 4-mile loop this time around. Depends if I can find the battery easy enough, because Julie is she volunteered to help out at the aid station for a few hours, so she'll be busy doing that, so she won't be able to help me as much. Knowing her, she already has everything laid out and ready to go for me, so she's awesome at that. Alright, I just left the aid station. You can see back there. Didn't get a whole lot. Did grab a sandwich and some Chips Ahoy. These have always been kind to me in the past, so grabbed a couple of those to snack on them and I ate a sandwich. With these long runs, you'll never keep up with your calories, but you try not to get too far behind. It's kind of the same. So now I'm going to start the 4-mile loop. Should get done before dark, I think. Alright. Chips Ahoy. And it tastes a little stale, actually. I wonder what the expiration date is on it. Oh. Looks like it's the 7th of August, 2024. And we are in February 2025. So, 6 months out of date, I guess. It's probably still safe. Here's hoping. Alright, so the 4-mile loop doesn't have some of that technical terrain like Anaconda and the creek bed, that we saw, but it's got a couple of these hills, which, again, not technical, but they're challenging. And then it does have some creek beds that you have to get your feet wet. You can't cross without getting them wet. That's probably the hardest part, I would say, about the 4 mile section. So, that outdated Chips Ahoy, it's not setting too well. The good news is I have another one, and I normally don't check the date, but I did on that one. The expiration date on that one is May 29th, 2024. So it's older than the one I just had. So I'm not going to try that one. I will carry it around and dispose of it later. And let them know that their snacks are outdated. I mean, how long do cookies last? Chips Ahoy is probably like a 4-year-old cookie. It's not exactly fresh. Okay, actually, so this is the hill this is the hill we're going down, and then we're going back up there. That's what I'm talking about. These 4 mile. This 4 mile loop just has a lot of that. That is so steep. Through, and eventually I've got to get my feet wet, but right now I'm just eating, so I try to prolong the inevitable. All right. Oh man, so we came down and now we're going up. Up, up, up. Alright. Let's see here. Well, I feel that one in my calf. Alright, here we go. I'm glad I do burpees. Just joking, I hate burpees. I don't do burpees. I should. This is one of those sections that I've not yet been able to pass without getting my feet wet, so usually I just go for it. Well, maybe I can make it this time. Ooh, look at those thorns. Let's go around this way. And got my foot wet, so not worth it. Not worth it. I don't know how deep it is. Oof. But I do know it's cold. Man, nope. There it is. It happened. There's no way around it. I tried earlier. I got my legs scratched up with thorns, even just, a couple feet off the trail. So, unless I can figure out a way around, without compromising following the trail, my feet are gonna get wet every time. I think everybody's facing that. Of course, everybody's facing that. Everybody's on the same trail. Sun came out again. It's nice. Did some running back there. Oh, there's somebody up ahead. deal. Got to pass them. I love passing people. Been doing a lot of walking this 4-mile loop. I did just do some running back there, but I kind of feel like I need a little rest. But usually all the slight downhills I'm running, right any uphill, I'm doing a power walk. Not walking, it's a power walk. Here's the other stream crossing. That you have to get your feet wet. Maybe there's another way around. I haven't found it yet. Feels good. For now it does. So, getting close to the end of the 4-mile loop. So when I get back, I'm gonna change shoes. Make sure I have another headlamp, because it'll be dark in this next loop. Probably gonna leave the GoPro at the Suburban, because it's gonna be dark. Put my earbuds in and listen to some tunes. I usually don't listen to music, but I think I might for this next loop. I think Julie is still working at the aid station. And then after that, she should be with me for a little bit, I think. So, I'm not sure what mile I'm on, because my watch stopped working, so I had to restart it. But that was my third half marathon, so